The bad creative. The bad creative. Yeah. I do want to ask you, just because it's our favorite topic to riff on. One of our faves is being a bartender.
Right.
We probably have not a hard time calling yourself a bartender.
Yeah, why is that one
Why?
so easy to accept?
No, I hate saying it out loud.
I make money doing it,
Because money means it's real,
Right.
right? We need the money there.
even though customers ask you what your real job is.
And then you're like, oh, my real job? People don't ask me that so much anymore because I'm scary and mean. And when people say, oh, what else do you do outside of this? I go, nothing.
Don't talk to me.
What do your tattoos mean? What do you want? I'm just kidding. It's just really loud in there and people can't ask me because it's way too busy. There's no time. As an artist who also happens to know how to bartend, yeah. I'm like, whatever. It's totally normal. Like, so many people have other jobs. There's like really successful writers that had other weird jobs. We just don't hear about them because they're just like a receptionist somewhere that's less miserable. I'm not going to put too many bars on blast here, but all of them. What is like your fucking nightmare scenario? Because it's so funny. Think about, this is us in like our element, right? We're just doing our thing, having a good time. And you take this kind of interesting whatever person and you put them in this other environment. In a way, people want you to be weird and entertaining.
Right.
But at the same time, you can't really fully be yourself.
No, I feel like I've lost all semblance of myself at work. I don't know if I have trouble being myself at work, not to get bleak and stuff. There's an interesting element of bartending for this type of life that we've chosen. I think it's probably easier to be yourself behind the bar than it is at a lobby.
Totally.
I'll address that right out front.
I think a lot of weird people end up at bars because
Right.
of that. A lot of artists, the guy with all the pens and the apron, the career bartender, something is wrong with that person.
And that's a whole different ailment. The bartender who's just a bartender, they scare me a little. The problem is that when you get in this game for a really long time bartending, and I'm sure as a woman, you know even more than I do.
About everything, yes. I do.
When you give people your real self at the bar, they almost always use it against you.
Oh, you're so real, you're so authentic. And I'm like, oh, I'm super toned down now.
Right. Pet peeve of all bartenders. For everyone who doesn't know this, if you ask for my name within the first one or two interactions, I assume you're going to abuse it, and I'm already annoyed with you.
And I'm gonna lie.
A lot of people think that it's being polite, but what typically happens is as soon as you know my name, you're going to be yelling it from across the bar at me.
Or just be annoying about it.
That's a simple one. The more they get to know you on a personal level, it almost gets worse.
Do you ever lie? Because I lie all the time. I love lying at work. It's my favorite.
People aren't nearly as interested in me at the bar because I don't present in a way that is as exciting.
I present just like you. It's just I've got neon orange hair and boobs.
I think you are always going to have people hounding you. Guys don't do it to me, and women don't do it to guys. It's much rare, but I will say when a woman is aggressive, they are crazy.
It is scary.
When a woman is overly aggressive sexually with bartenders, like
Should you be so lucky?
they will come up and just grab your hair or face right off the bat.
There's a lot of memes out there about like, don't ask women to smile, or like the bartender that's being polite is not in love with you. You know, don't touch me, things like that. Maybe I've gotten scarier or less attractive. I'm not sure what it is that I'm putting out, but a lot less men. They still try to touch me and they still are weird and say things that I hate and will haunt me forever. But it's definitely gotten a little bit better, and that's saying a lot because
good to
I
hear.
work at a bar where kind of the worst people in the universe go. But you know what? They haven't gotten better. I think I'm just getting used to
No.
it. Has anyone ever asked you to smile?
Yeah, definitely. We get a much smaller percentage, but that 1% that does it are equivalent to the worst men who do it.
Maybe they've been taught that they can.
I'm sure it's men's fault at the end of the day.
It's always men's
Yeah.
fault. You can always trace it back.
It happens a lot with older women, like 50, 60. Within seconds of meeting you, they're in your hair, and you're just like, whoa, what? You know, a
Very
65-year-old
recently.
woman grabs me, I'm like, ma'am, please don't touch me. Like that. I don't feel like my life's
You
in
just like
danger.
freeze up. No.
But you're like, wow, you just fully grabbed my ass.
So they're going, oh, why is that offensive? And they're instantly defending themselves when a guy is being awful. And now I have to tell him, I don't want to answer that question. And he's like, why? Do I really have to teach you now? And if I teach him, they're like, Man, you're really uptight. I worked in Joshua Tree near a military base. So these military guys would come in, and I am of the age of the mystery age, where I could go in any direction based on the guy and what they want. And so these guys are asking me all these personal questions. I don't want to answer this. Just tell me what you want. I'm not flirting with them. If I do make a joke to a guy, I regret it for the rest of my life. I made a joke to a guy last week, and he tried to touch my hand. He came into the room. He asked me to play a specific song for him. He stared at me really weird. And I was just like, oh my, Jesus Christ, dude. Like,
anything can open the door.
Everyone was staring at me, and it was funny. And now, like, I have stalker. I don't know. Live and learn. Anyway, these young guys, they want to know every personal question about me, how old I am. I don't like being asked how old I am because I know you're using it to size me up. You don't typically ask somebody that unless you're calculating something in your brain, and I don't want to be in there in those calculations. Just fucking leave me alone. You're gonna say something weird about it. They always say something weird about it. I'm just trying to live my life. You know what? That's enough questions. I don't really want to do this anymore. And the guy's like, why? What are you, 30? And I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. The stuff I see my coworkers go through, it never ceases to amaze me.
Women in the service industry need to be meaner. I've been taking some of the younger girls under my wing, and I've been teaching them how to be.
You teach them your ways.
I really scared this guy the other day. He was telling this beautiful, talented young woman to smile. He never tips, ever. You can pay me to smile. I will. I am there to work. Overall. But if you're not even going to pay me, forget it.
You're not a client.
No, like, don't make me, I'm not going to work for it if there's no money involved. That's just like, that's just the basics of how work goes. Anyway, I hear him and I charge over there and I go, why should she smile? And then the two of us kind of like tag team. You've never tipped ever once. And he's just like, whoa, now you need to give her $20 right now. And we're just, oh, you don't even have it. Oh, it's not our fault, you're poor.
What is she smiling about?
Exactly. Your presence? Get out of here. Haven't seen him since.
Good.
Yeah. Couldn't even think of anything to say.
There's nothing crazier than someone hitting on you and then not tipping.
Or they always have to put it in your hand.
What is that?
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Can't you see my hands are full?
I think people
What's wrong
are
with
getting
you?
information on bartenders from somewhere that's not bartenders. So many things that people go out of their way to do that we don't like.
I want to be the best.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just took my attention for 10%.
Yeah, you want to be the best patron until it comes time to pay. But when I'm at work and working for money and tips.
I like consistency. Tip me every time. And I will ignore you if you don't tip me. And if you leave a good tip, you get bumped to the front of the line.
Yeah.
That's just how the world works.
I want to complain about this, but the fact is those people who tip well are paid more. They should get a better experience.
It's first class. You pay more for first class. I love it so much when you're in the moment. There's so many times when I got the robot reaction and I just go, absolutely. You turn around and you're just like, the fuck is wrong with this guy? You don't know what's going on in my head.
I would never make a single dollar if they knew what was going on in my head.
I think if people knew what I was thinking when I was working, they'd be like, how are you working right now? Shouldn't you be thinking about something that has to do with being here? I'm like, it's somewhere else. I'm so, what's the word when you're like,
Checked out.
yeah, but there's like a word that starts with a D.
Daydreaming.
No, disconnected? Is that it? There's a word for it. There's somebody out there screaming it right now.
Type it in the comments.
This isn't live. 2 questions, then we gotta wrap it up. What is something you wish you could say to people at the bar but you can't?
Come on, pull it together. The thing that has been driving me nuts lately is just having to babysit everybody through every interaction. Mm-hmm. Like, I just want to look at them and be like, how did you make it here with your pants on the right direction?
They're like, want your attention, and then you're like, it's your turn, and then they don't know where their money is.
Why doesn't anyone know where their money is? No one knows.
I don't even have a wallet. How did I get here? Where am I? When that happens, I just move on. Next. It's a busy bar. Obviously, that wouldn't work at a slow bar.
Next, you just go stand back by the register.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Is it a little rude? Maybe. But the fact is, I need to take who's ready, and you're not ready. Let me get a beer. What kind of beer do you want? Why don't you know? Like, what have you been doing while you've been standing here? Why are you here if you didn't know what you wanted? Like, what drove you to the bar? And then, you want to start a tab? No, you ordered a beverage and you couldn't predict that pain was coming up along.
I know, like at a restaurant, sometimes they start a tab for you based on a seat number, but there's no bar stools happening right now. Did you think I memorized everyone's order until the end of time.
Well, I mean,
And when you
it's
go
like-
to leave, I'm like, oh, dude who looks like every other dude. I remember what you ordered.
When you walk up to the bar and I'm like, do you want to start a tab? And you're like, no, I have no intention of starting a tab. And then you still didn't think you were going to pay next?
Open it and close it. I'm like,
Yeah, you want to start a tab? Open it and close it?
this is a huge pet peeve because I'm genuinely curious.
What do those people think?
No. When you go, oh, they want to close out.
Right.
They're like, oh, I want to close out. It's the red Wells Fargo card.
Right. Like all the rose.
How do you think we organize this in the back? Is
Great.
it like the olden days where we have it tacked up on the wall? Everyone has the same card. Tell me your name. And if your name is John, I'm gonna need a last name.
Funny to me is you can actually ask specifically and they still won't give you. So because I always go, you want to open a tab? No. Or like, well, if they go, hey, I want to close out. You go, what's the last name on the tab? And they go, it's a blue card. You go, what's the last name on the tab? It's Sally. It's a blue Chase card. You're like, what's the last name on the tab? They're like, it's a Chase card. And it's just so funny how like they will throw every piece of information at you.
And they don't know their last names.
I had a guy come up. He goes, let me get a beer. I go, what kind of beer? He goes, I'm like, do you want like a Pilsner? I'll take a Pilsner. Okay. What's the last name on the tab? He goes, John. I go, what's the last name on the tab? He goes, John something. I go, no, I'm aware how last names work. I just need the last name on the tab. He goes, I don't know.
John.
And we stood there in silence for about 5 seconds. And he went, I guess I'll go ask him. And I go, I think that's a good idea.
I think you should do that, John.
I would go ask him, but I don't know who he is.
Oh, John.
But it's just like the way he looked at me. Yeah. And he just looked at me like, you should know this.
Come here. And then just slap them.
That's what I'd like
That'd be super fun.
to hit at least one person a night.
Just one. It would be hard to have a normal job
guess you
after
can.
being a bartender.
I've worked pretty hard to be the grumpy, unfriendly guy at the bar.
That role wasn't taken yet?
I'm polite.
Polite enough.
And then there's nice. You have to earn me being nice to you. But I also have gotten pretty good at just like rushing through any of the, hey, maybe we want to talk.
No, I skip those questions too. Even if people are like, how are you? It's so busy. We're screaming at each other. The music is vibrating through my skull. I'm so great. Are you serious? I just go, what do you want? What would you like?
Getcha that's the best one. You ever have a Punisher who like really needs to talk to you? They're like, hey, how you doing, man? And you're like, good, what can I get you? And they're like, I'm great. And you're like, not what I asked. Oh, you're not ready.
I will say, I'm very polite to people, and when it becomes the time of the night when it's really, really busy, the rudest people are usually men. It's just sort of like, you didn't give me much to go with in this situation. I guess I just want to say that we're being super disrespected, like our time is being really disrespected, and we're just trying to hold an environment that's incredibly fast-paced and really loud.
None of us chose to be this way. We all entered these industries with hope in our eye and excitement.
Oh no, I was angry straight out the gate. I have one last question. If you won the lottery or came into somehow $10 million, would you finish out your 2 weeks at the bar?
I wouldn't finish out my shift.
If we were working a
At
shift
the-
together
at the
and you
Thirsty
won
Crow?
$10 million and left and I didn't, I would cry. I would lay down on the bar mat and cry.
So if I was at the Crow and I found out I won $10 million, I would immediately. Like that second, I'd be done working.
Oh yeah, me too. I would go out the back door. Because of the parking lot of the place I work at, I'd have to ask like 3 people to move their cars so I could leave.
Leave the car. I'm going to get a new one. Hand the keys to someone on the way out. Catch an Uber.
If you won $10 million, would you still come to this room and work on the stuff you've been working on?
I'd upgrade rooms to a private studio.
But I'd still be doing all the same stuff.
Who is it that you don't want to be disturbed by?
Oh, I'd take you guys with me. I would just get a space that didn't have all the surroundings.
Oh yeah, I always feel like I'm gonna get murdered when I leave. It's very scary here.
Yeah.
The bad creatives, yeah. The bad creatives, the bad creatives.